Hi, Matt and Sydney. You're probably very confused. But our whole trip was based on this. I wanted to make sure that the speech I didn't get to give you got to be given, and my goal was to come back to where your wedding was and record it for you. I know it's not the same, but this really meant a lot to me, so I brought my dress. I tried to do my hair the same, and I got a really fancy microphone. So here's my speech that I'm getting emotional already, that you're supposed to get the day of your wedding. But here it is now. So just pretend you're back here at this beautiful place. Good evening, everyone. I'm Morgan, Matthew's older sister, which means I've known him for a very long time, and I've had to work really hard to sift through which memories were safest to talk about today. Long before the vows, the flowers, or the tucks, I knew him as the little boy who could turn, God, an ordinary day into something worth remembering. Growing up, Matthew wasn't loud about how much he cared. He didn't have to be. He just showed up. Whether it was helping me with something small or just sitting beside me when the world felt too big, he always knew how to make the hard stuff feel a little bit lighter. And in those early years, before he could even pronounce my name, he called me sis or sissy or thithy, partly because of a cute little lisp he had for the first few years of his life. It really did sound a lot like thithy. I didn't know it at the time, but hearing my baby brother call me that was one of the first ways I ever truly felt important to someone. I actually found one of my old journals recently, and while I couldn't bring the whole thing with me, because trust me, no one needs to accidentally come across all of my elementary school dramas, I did bring one quote about Matthew from a passage. I'll never forget it. It says, I was sad after school today because of my tests, and I didn't want anyone to notice. But I think Matthew did. He didn't say anything, but he just sat next to me until I wasn't as sad anymore. He asked me to play the Wii for a little while. He's always so good at the Wii, but he really makes funny faces and sounds when he plays, and that was funny. Haley came over, and then we made a blanket slide down the basement stairs. We sat in sleeping bags and slid down the stairs. Sometimes we would land on the beanbags, and sometimes we would go so fast we would slam into the wall. It was awesome. And the thing about Matthew is that's who he's always been, the quiet anchor, the person who can make you laugh and forget about whatever you were thinking about in the first place without even trying. Sydney, thank you for loving my brother, for seeing the person underneath it all, the protector, the soft hearted genius, the one who somehow still makes me feel like his fifty, even if he doesn't call me that anymore. And Matthew, you might not call me that these days, which is fine, because you now pronounce your S's, and we're all very proud of you. But to me, you'll always be the kid I could count on for a dangerous blanket slide and a laugh when I need it most. To Matthew and Sydney, may your life together be full of joy, patience, adventure, and peace. May the basement stairs in your new home remain blanket slide free unless you're feeling very brave and very insured. And may you always know when to speak and when to just sit quietly beside someone you love until they're okay again. Cheers.